Hey sis, it's time for part 3 of the self-love series. That's right, I'm back with another solo episode of the Love, Life, and Teach podcast. Today, I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can start to make self-love a habit. We think self-love is a destination, but it's not. It's a journey. We also get confused because often we think, oh, well, I loved on myself yesterday, so I can stop. Wrong again. We have to ensure that we are making this act of self love something that we do every day. But before we get into all of that, if you have not taken the 7-day self love challenge, then make sure you check the description box to get started on your self love journey. All right, so let's get into this. 3, that's right, 3 ways that you can start to make self love a habit so you can do it every day. If you are ready to make self love a habit, the very first thing I need you to do is to reevaluate your routines. If you don't already, you should have a very specific morning and evening routine. We are creatures of habit, so your routines are important to make sure that you feel the most success in your day. In the last episode, I shared with you some ways that you can discover how to show yourself some love. Go get out your list of ways to love you and start to incorporate those items into both your daily, morning, and evening routines. Let's talk about school for just a second. As educators, we should also have a before and after work routine. You can sprinkle in some of those things that help you practice self-love into those routines too. At the time that I am recording this episode, right now, today, I am officially on summer break. So, one of the very first things I decided to do was reevaluate my routines. My morning routine includes my morning coffee while I have some quiet time with God, meditation, reading some type of movement, whether it be a full-on exercise or dancing, and then working on some type of creative project. Now, my routine during the school year looks very similar, but I just get started a little earlier. From that list, I usually do my affirmations between meditation and reading, and then I put on my music and dance, and working on a creative project are all part of incorporating some type of self-love into my morning routine. Those are the things that fill my soul with joy. So I ensure that I am intentional about accomplishing them. Putting them in the morning helps me feel fulfilled before I start my day. So if you haven't already, create a morning routine and an evening routine, and make sure to sprinkle some of those self-love practices into your routines. Self-care is a form of self-love. So in order to show your self-love daily, the second thing that I need you to do is to prioritize your self-care. There are many different ways that you can incorporate self-care into your daily life. But remember that it's going to be different for each individual. The way that I engage in self-care is going to ultimately be different than the way that you engage in self-care. You have to experiment with different activities to determine what you really are into. I encourage you, keep a journal of activities that you've tried to determine if you like them or not. As you start to discover the many ways that you engage in self-care, start to include those in your life every day too. If you aren't sure where to start, that's okay. I got some ideas for you. Number 1, get up and move your body. Physical exercise is a great form of self-care. We often think of physical exercise as much more than what it actually is. Dancing to your favorite song is a form of physical activity. Prioritize your rest. Honey, we need rest during the day to think clearly. As a matter of fact, I'm most creative and can think the most clearly after I've gotten some good sleep. And my weighted blanket, my fancy pillow, all of those help with making sure that I get some good rest at night. Allow yourself to take breaks. If you aren't familiar with the Pomodoro app, I use that all the time to help me stay focused on the tasks that I had to complete. And they help me to make sure that I get a break in between all the hard work that I'm doing. I use it at work, I use it at home, I use it all the time. Find the self care activities that work for you. Incorporate more of those activities in your daily routines. It's okay not to have that all figured out, but keep working towards figuring out what you like and what you need. The final way that I want you to make sure that you are making self love a daily habit. This is going to be a hard one. I know. I know. This is going to be a hard one. But I want you to celebrate yourself. Every time, and I mean every time that you achieve something, whether it be big or small, take time to celebrate you. And it doesn't have to be a big, full blown, all out party, but it can. When I achieve something small, I usually sing an encouraging song or something in my head. So a while ago, it was this trending Instagram reel sound. It was trending for a minute, but I always hear it when I do something big or small. And it says, "Sis, you doing a good job. You doing a good job." Always. I sing that to myself or play that for myself in my head every time I do something big or small. And I feel accomplished. Now, can I celebrate with a party? Can I celebrate me with a big old party? Absolutely. The choice is yours. Whatever you do, start to celebrate your wins. I am so excited for your self-love journey, but remember to make it something that you do every day. Self-love is not a one and done. Make it a daily habit. Love ya.